All right, so I figured I'd do a movie. I figured I would do a video today. We had a big, we had a price pulled back a significant amount today earlier. As soon as basically the traditional markets opened around 8:30. I had been watching it just based off of the moving averages for the past couple of let's see since the 21st. Um, but like I said, I was if you're trading this 30 MA strategy, you would have sold here really somewhere around here, right around 56.7, 56.5 say. Um I kind of didn't take that position because we were on a 9 and Bitcoin's been kind of following this 30 MA on the 4 hour, and it found support here, and then right here at 6 o'clock in the morning that new candle opened, and this candle closes at 10. So all in those 4 hours, we had this large drop. So, I mean, I've been trading Bitcoin for a while now, and I've seen these large drops before. And I've always, as I was learning, I was like, man, I wish, like I see these large drops, and I'm like, will there ever be an opportunity where I understand, or there's a point where I understand that um, there's going to be a big drop, but then there's also going to be a big spike. Well, we had pulled back just for the day. So let me go to the daily. From the open to the close. So it opened here, and then it went as far down as 18%. Right, that was around 8:30 this morning. Um, so yeah, I've seen this before. Here's 8 o'clock. Right when the market opened, it had pulled back. So I've seen this before. I was watching this here. This 5 went below this low. This 6 started to go below it. I'm like, man, this looks pretty bad. Um, and this had already gone negative. At 7 o'clock in the morning, it was already below the lowest value, which is like oversold territory on the hourly. Uh, so as soon as I saw this, once the price started really dropping, because we were already down 11%, and then we dropped at almost 20%, and I said this cycle you'll probably see 15 to 25% drops. We saw one earlier in the year that was 31%, 31.5%, but I was like, okay, I've seen this before. We're negative on the RSI. This goes below 50 because yesterday, whenever I did the video, I was like, this could go. This could go. I would rather see some consolidation. I was talking about it on the 4 hour, and we did. I was like, okay, we're consolidating. I'd like to see a red number retest this area. We did. I'm going to take that out. Um, yeah. So this is gone, and then but we kept on going, and this provided a little bit of support. But then as soon as the markets opened up, everyone basically woke up and saw the price. Weak hands they basically got liquidated. Anyone who was leveraged long got liquidated. Um, so yeah, now we're just kind of underneath it. I mean, you could use the 1 hour if you want to keep it simple, and as soon as this crosses over, go ahead and go and take a long position. But I mean, I'm looking at Bitcoin, and we have run up so fast, so quickly that if we don't get an area of some consolidation, I am probably going to say that, if this doesn't consolidate, at least for maybe the next 5 to 6 weeks in this area, maybe we go to 49, between 50 and say 55. It would be nice if it ranged between there. Um, but we could get to this area and then break down a couple weeks. And I said, we could get to 60 within 2 months. And that was a target. And now it was, 90 or 100. If we keep on running up and it's that aggressive, we could reach that, I did say that I thought that double peak in this year, the probabilities had gone low in this area whenever we had that larger pullback of like 31%. Yeah, 31.5%. But then we ran up so quickly this past, 3 weeks, we ran up 17%, 25%, and 18%. It just, price took off. But looking at how Bitcoin trades, I would like to see this. I would like to see, I don't know, I don't want to say I want to see some down weeks, but I want to see some consolidation. I mean, this consolidated between 30 and 40, right, essentially. So if we see consolidation between 50 and 60 over the next couple of weeks, you know, that would be the best. We can get our indicators to reset. I said the same thing here. We can get our indicators to reset. Yeah, okay, I said 60K within the next 2 months. That'd be February 6th. Man, you know what? If I miss 60K by, what is it? What would it be? Oh, right there. By less than 3% in something that I called all the way back in January, whenever we were, basically right here, whenever we were, at 30K, between 30 and 35K, and I said 60. I basically said within, you know, 2 months, we're gonna do 100% returns. If I miss it by 3%, I'm fine with that. But we got pretty close. Um, am I saying we're not gonna go up? No, but I mean, I'm gonna start pulling up some of these indicators, and you're gonna see what I'm talking about. I don't really. I'm really hoping for some consolidation. Is there anything here that's hinting that we can get some consolidation? Yes, CMF's going flat on the daily. I said if this is going to go higher, this needs to go up and break this for us to really get a run up. But we peaked. We're coming down. Um, this looks like an inflection point right here. So if we come back down and we close below this, yeah, we're probably going to get. I was really hoping. So this went all the way down, and this actually had flipped to a red number. So you would have count four candles back. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I wish we would have closed below 51,601 because we would have had a red number. Maybe we consolidate here and we go higher. Problem is we didn't really retest it. Do we have to retest it exactly with a red number? No, but it's nice to me, and as I trade and how I trade this TD sequential, I would like to see that with a red number we get some, so this would be like a no trade zone, right? So it's like 9, 1, 1, and then 9 kind of consolidation. We pull back a little bit. Whenever you get ones flipping back and forth, right, like right here. So this is a good example. So we got a 9, we got a 1, and we got a 1, and we got a 1, and we got a, but they're flipping between red and green. This is like indecision in the market, and then eventually someone's gonna take control. Either the sellers take control and you go back down, or the buyers take control and you go up. Here the buyers took control, red 2 above the red 1 above the 9, took off. Here we pulled back. Here green number above a prior green number above the 9, we took off. Same thing here. Green 2 above a green 1 above the 9, we took off. So now we're getting a pullback. This looks, I mean, we're already down 1.5%. That's, I mean, as much as we ran up, that's nothing. But we can get the 7. The 6 wasn't as low as this, but we can get a 7, 8, 9 by early this morning, tomorrow morning, and then maybe we start to come back up. But this is support right here. See this one that acted as support, kind of acted as support. Here was support. We can look at the Ichimoku cloud on the daily. That was support. Look at that. Just perfect. Right there. Boom. Right where it was, and then it ran back up. On the weekly, there's nothing really there. 4 hour kind of acted as support as well. If we go below this cloud, that's bad because these clouds represent support. The wider the cloud, the more the support. Kind of how that works. So this is pretty wide. We'll see if this holds up. But if this gives way, I would say if this gives way, like 52 or 52, we're probably going to go lower. Probably get back down to this 49.7. Like I said, whenever I saw this with the RSI, I'd seen it before. I did take a trade. I did buy some Bitcoin. But if I'm being honest, what I bought here, I bought at 48, and I had exited as soon as we started to. Let me pull up the moving averages because that's how I exited. But it was a small position. Right here, we failed to take the 30 MA, and then we got a red number. This was a reversal candle, but it, look at this candle. We're already selling off. So I actually took the profits from what I got in at 48. It was, I think it was like 48.5 right here, and I took them right here, right around 55. I have to look exactly the way the trade was. So it was about a you know, a little bit more than 10% trade. Uh, but I'd seen this before. Do I advise anyone to take that? No, not until you get some confidence in your trading, um, to really know if that's, this is getting a lot of support. We can look at the CMF and see if it showed it on the small time frame as getting support. It did, but you would have waited for the candle. But I actually bought it on the dip, so kind of caught the knife. Let's look at the 15-minute. Was there something on the 15-minute? There was right here. So that's a bullish divergence. You would have seen it here on this candle. Right here, see it? So you could have done it there. But either way, I usually don't go any slower than the 15-minute. But if I'm looking at this live, and say I did get in somewhere right here and I'm not out of my position yet, I didn't overtake this. My CNF is kind of trending up, but we did get the sell-off. My on-balance volume kind of is trending up, but it's starting to trend back down. Like I said, this acted as so much support. This is trending up as essentially price is flat. What is it doing on the CMF on the 4-hour? Yeah, kind of doing the same thing. So that's actually kind of bullish, but if I don't want to take any risk, I can take my trade off the table. If I get an hour close in 45 minutes below this low, I can exit, and then I can wait, if I'm simply trading this 30 MA. But there's so many other things, we have, if you want to, this is an area to buy. You can wait until, let me pull up the other TD sequential. This is going to be support right here. 47. If we come down here in the next couple of days, this right here is going to be major support. This area right here, this breakout area. So around 46K is going to be really good support. And that's where this was, 46.7. Like I said yesterday, people are going to say, oh, the world is, the sky is falling. It fell for like 30 minutes and then we went back up. But, we're getting some pullback. And if price starts to sell off, here's your support where this thing bounced right here, right around 46. And you could, if we're consolidating in that area and our indicators start to come back down and reset and start to go flat, and maybe we get some bullish divergence in the price action. See, because we're right here, we closed see, this was support, right? So we were 70. This one went at 69, but we closed the day at 68. And then, so that acted as support since February 7th. But now we've broken that, and you can see what's happened here. Whenever we broke, we came back up. We had a price rally, 14%, and then it failed to break it, and then it dropped. So we could see that. We can come back here. Maybe we get back to this area, this 56K area. It fails, and then it goes back down. So we just got to watch it. But if I'm looking to exit a position, potentially, we get an hourly close below this spike, this kind of reversal candle, which indicate, the buyers took over, but now they're getting, sellers are selling. That could indicate that this could go back negative again, get another big sell-off to say 49, maybe not as low as we did at 46.7. Isn't that weird? Look at that. The exact low was 46,700. I mean, whenever you see prices like that, it's just so odd that it's exactly at a specific number. To me, I don't really trade the volume or the order book, but to me, that tells me in the order book, there was a lot of people that had buys at 46.7, especially, specifically on Coinbase. Let's look at the volume there. It's going to be tremendous. I kind of don't even, let's look at the on-balance volume. I didn't pull that up. Kind of going flat, which is fine. That's like a support area right there. You could draw that line. If that fails, if that breaks, then, maybe we're going lower. Let's look at the regular volume. Yeah, look at the volume right there. Huge volume right here. It's red because the candle finished red, but that's green. That's green volume. Let's see if it does it on the hourly. Yeah, see? That's buyers coming in. Huge volume. You can see it right here, right? So it's like coming up, green candle, huge buy, huge, amount of buying coming in, and now we tapered off, and you can see volume didn't keep up, right? So we did get a lot of buyers right here in that hour, and then there's a little bit of selling, some selling. Buyers came in. See how that's higher than the previous one? Came up, but now they're fading. There's not as much buying coming in if you're trading volume. But I use the TD sequential as my base, so everything else is helps me. But I'm thinking I'm neutral right now. I'm neutral on on Bitcoin. We got close to 60K. Short term, I'm neutral. There's nothing telling me here long term. I think maybe over the next couple of days, say 3 to 5 days, a neutral price would be nice. If we dip a little bit back to here around 50K, nothing alarming. This is showing you that there's support here. But I'm telling you on the daily, if we get some sell off for the next couple of days, there's significant support right here, right here where this breakout is. 46, 47,000, which is kind of oddly where we bounced today. So, yeah, I'm just watching. I'm using my indicators. I'm staying patient. Bitcoin will run up again. Do I think that was the top? Do I think 50K was the top? Or 58? What is this? 58,367? No. I think we still have some ways to run, but we might take a break, which is good. I hope we take a break for a couple of weeks because we just ran up so much. 4 hour. Yeah, so if we come down here and maybe test this and then go back up. I said the monthly. If the monthly goes to 95, that's a good indication of a top in the cycle. But if we kind of start to come down a little bit, maybe have a down month. We haven't had a down month since September. Every month since September has been an up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months of just upside. I did draw something. I drew a Fibonacci before I started this because if we start to pull back, what are areas? So this is how it works. So here's the low. Here's the low from March, where it closed. I don't like to use the wicks, but so here's the close from March from that week. Closed here, and then this is where we were. Which one was higher though? So this one closed or opened at 57,489. This one closed at, oh yes, yeah, right. It's continuous, so it's the same. Yeah, so here's the high based on the close. So if we get some pullback, we could range between this area and the 0.236 Fibonacci area, which is at 45. So next couple of weeks, if we get some down wicks here, this area, maybe if we even breach it a little bit, nothing really of major concern until we would break. We would have a weekly close below that, and especially if it's a weekly close with a red number below another red number, and then if the lucid SAR comes up and it breaks that, maybe I said a couple weeks. Right now, the lucid SAR is at 37,539. Maybe over the next 2 or 3 weeks it comes up here, 45, and if that breaks, then I would say that we're probably going to get a larger pullback to 38. But I also did say if we get a monthly close above 40, when the month's almost over, the month will be over in 8 days? How many days? 6 days. Yep, Sunday. So Sunday, 6 o'clock Central Standard Time is the start of the new month. If we can stay above, which I think we will, I don't see us not. But if we can stay above 40, if we can close the month above 40, I don't think we'll ever see 30K again. I'm hesitant to say we will never see below 40K again. But I'll be willing to say we're never going to see below 30 again. And then we'll consolidate and we'll go up. And that's just based off of historical price action. So there's somebody I follow on Twitter, and he had pointed it out. I'd seen it multiple times before. Once price goes double above, the high last time was just say 20K. And then even before the previous high was 1,000, say. So once price went twice above the prior all-time high and closed above that on the monthly, price never returned back below it. So last time, once we got a monthly close, let's see if I can just do it here and kind of prove that as I'm talking about it, because we don't need to go back that far. So once price, so the prior all-time high was, say, 1,000. Okay, so once we got a monthly close twice above the prior all-time high, 2 times above the prior all-time high, we never went back below it. So that was, where's my monthly? Right here. So we got a monthly close, May 2017 at 2303. And price never went back to that area. It went to 28.56, but if I say double, that's 2,000. It never went back below that. So here is the same thing. That's the same idea. Yes, past performance does not guarantee future returns, whatever the saying is. But this is something that's been repeatable multiple times in the prior in 2013 and then again in 2017. And if it applies again in this cycle, the high was 19,891, just say 20,000. So 2 times above 20,000 is 40,000. If we get a monthly close above 40,000, we will never see below 40,000 again. So that's what I'm waiting on. We see a monthly close below 40,000 based on historical price action. We'll never see it again. We'll never see Bitcoin below that price again. So if we close the month on Sunday above 40 and we start to pull back in this area of 45, not financial advice, what will I be doing? Buying the dip. I will be buying the dip because my odds, based on history, say we're never going to see below 40K again. We get to 45. That's close enough for me. I don't need to be exactly, if we go to like 41 or 42, I don't need to be exact. My Fibonacci is saying right here, 45, I'd buy there and then ready to recharge and shoot back up and continue in this in this bull market. So that's Bitcoin. Went longer than what I wanted. I do want to go over one other thing or a couple other things maybe. AMC. This was like, I'd been watching it, been on my watch list. I was using the, I didn't want to bring it up twice. I was using the 30 MA. So these moving averages sometimes are real good. If you have something on your watch list, moving averages start to tell you whenever trend starts to change. And we know based off of the 30 MA strategy it works for AMC. It's profitable, really profitable. I'll bring it up here we go. Just to show it. And it's the simple moving average that's profitable. So since 2018, this thing is giving you 366%. That's profitable. So if you went by that, it would have got you in here at 565, and that would have been on February 19th. And then now you'd be up 15%. Now, if you didn't want to use that, say I don't have that, what else could have signaled me that this is now going bullish? So we have some consolidation. Right here, we kind of jumped up above these prior highs. You could have done it. You could have entered here if you're just basing it on TD sequential. Here we're consolidating. Today would have been an entry day. We above the prior high. So I guess I didn't really know. I really did just enter on the 1 hour because I was watching it. I'm like, we're just consolidating above this. This thing's holding. I'm gonna enter, and I did. Let's look at the RSI though. There's other things that had to have keyed us off on this. Yeah, so we can see it right here. So we're getting consolidation It's going sideways essentially. I mean, let's do consolidation here. So we're getting consolidation, and the indicator's trending up. That's really not clean though. That's like me trying to force something on the chart, which I don't want to do. RSI wouldn't have been good. Nothing clear there. This is flat, showing consolidation. This is divergence. It really would have told you to get in here because you're getting CMF increasing. So the jump here, and hey man, I mean this 30 EMA we know works, or this 30 simple moving average works. It held support. We had CMF going up as we were holding support. The on-balance volume, let's see if that'll give us something. It did. So look at this, and this is cleaner. So as we were consolidating, we came here, it was down, we peaked here, but as this was consolidating, it went sideways, we were rising, and then on this price run up, it broke this. And then even as we were coming down, yeah, I mean, this could have maybe hinted you, but really not with a lot of confidence. It really was this day. If you waited and you saw this 30 simple moving average, and then you saw this big price jump, which we were at a previous 9. I mean, there was a little bit of indecision here, but you could have scaled into a position and then waited, and then that position would have been, good. Because other than that, I mean, we can look at the Ichimoku cloud and see what that gave us. Yeah, that broke above this blue line, so that's a breakout. This is as resistance. So you could have entered here, but it wouldn't have got you in early. The only thing that would have got you in early was the 30 simple moving average on the hourly. And then there's some consolidation there. So yeah, I mean, hey, if something works, and that's all you need. I mean, you kept it simple, right? I mean, even on this weekly though, this is the Wall Street Bets influence, but we kind of came back to where it broke out and it held for 2 weeks, and then we started trending up. This trend line kept on going up, kind of got stopped, and this could start turning. I think it's going to start turning. I really do. I mean, the news was that New York is going to be able to open theaters again on the 5th, but I entered before that based on this and consolidation. Sometimes it's that easy. I mean, you could have entered here, green 2 above green 1 if that's the way you traded it. Where's our week? Our week still isn't above the prior. If we can close this week above 689, man, that's even more bullish. Like I said, this target of 1290 is still there because this run up was just a bunch of FOMO buying and, speculation, massive speculation. TLRY, let's look at TLRY real quick. TLRY is showing bearishness. You could have scaled in here where this daily was. This daily 9. Doesn't look like it's holding though. So we had one good day, and then now we have continuation going back down. Didn't act as, I mean, it acted as a support for 1-2 days, but it looks like we're going to get to this 24.75. Post market, it's up to 26.59. But I can tell you right now, the CMF is not really showing. It's trending down. We're not getting, just on the daily, we're not getting some price action going up. It did start going up. Oh, this is bullish on the smaller time frame. So here, price going lower. That's bullish divergence. I think the RSI was a little oversold too. Oh, see, it's holding. So if it breaks, it can break down lower. Maybe we get an 8-9, 24.75 on the daily. This just has to be a red one, or a red number. So we can spike down. And as long as it closes tomorrow below 31.51, that would be a valid retest. Maybe we can get some strength. Still have belief that we're going to, that More Act is going to pass. Haven't heard any news on it, but I think we're just consolidating here. Not taking big positions, and when I'm scaling in, I'm just scaling in, getting feelers out there. I won't start to roll in until this starts to show more strength. We are on an 8 next week. It'll be a 9, but if we close below 25.72, that'll be a red one. And then, this is where the breakout was, so we can go all the way down to 21, consolidate in this area. Yeah, if this breaks 70, we'll probably sell off. But this could also, just like in Bitcoin, this could also provide support. So yeah, we're just watching it. Let's see, Bollinger Bands, how oversold. We're just in the middle, nothing crazy, but we're just watching it. Looking at our support levels. For this one, I'm actually really just relying more on the TD sequential, and then the past support levels based on those TD9s. So we'll see how it goes. Where am I wrong? Where am I really wrong? Where are we going significantly lower? This is where major support is. Actually, major support is really all the way down to 15. Would you want that much drawdown? No, but if you have a daily close below, 25.61 without, a quick spike in support from buyers at this 25.75 level, you're most likely going to 19. So if you're in a position, you scaled in around, 27, 28, you could probably start to, and this doesn't provide support on the daily, a significant spike up back to this, 26, 27 area, and we stayed below that and we closed below 25.72. Probably if you did proper risk management, you would get out, wait, see how this price action starts to go. Maybe it gets all the way down to 19 and we find support, because that's really where the major support is. Because we saw consolidation here and then it spiked up. So this is really where major support is. There's support here, but there's major support here, because if this fails, then you're getting all the way back down to 13. And then, like I said, this is still valid all the way down to $4. But I don't want to jump the gun. But this is where we're at right now. And we're in this consolidation area. So, but that's about it. Oh, let's look at the S&P. I keep on saying that's about it. Let's look at the S&P. All right, overall general market health. We're still trending up. We had some down month. We retested here. 9 was actually pretty much perfect. Support area. We'll see what happens the next couple of days. We had a couple of down days, 5 down days. So we'll see. 7, maybe we break down lower. This will be support right here, 37.91. So 100 points. Yeah, we're on a 9. Green 2 above a green, below a green. Red 2 below a red 1 below the 9. That looks like, more downside. Yeah, maybe we pull back tomorrow again. Just going off a TD sequential, this is bearish. Maybe we find support right here. Like I said, there is support right here on this 37.91, 37.90 area. Long term, we're still uptrend until this green 3 goes below this orange 3 MA goes below this this blue 8 MA on the weekly. You're not really exiting your positions. You're still bullish the market overall. So, but that's about it. This video went way longer than what I wanted, but that's the outlook on those assets. I'll do, if there's maybe some, I did take a position in silver. All right, I liked silver today. There we go. We broke out, and we're still bullish. We had a daily close. We had a 4-hour close. It was a daily close. Daily close was above the last week's high. We finally got a green number above this prior green number. If we get a weekly close above this 9 right here, 27.92, we're probably going to rally. And we're going to rally for the target of this channel up to 32, which would give us a return from the breakout of around 17%. That could do that when we can get a 9 within the next month. Let me look at gold real quick. Gold, man, this thing's at the bottom. It would be very odd for me to see gold fail and silver take off. But if we look at our gold to silver ratio, like I've been showing, we kind of know that that was a possibility. And it actually gave us, we need to be buying silver. Finally broke below this. We've been breaking below it, and there's some resistance here on the ratio. But yeah, I mean, this is set up as for all our trend lines are going down. This is telling me silver is going to outperform gold. Either it's gonna not lose as much whenever it drops, or if this starts to rally, it's gonna significantly outperform gold. So that was a position I took. Not buying gold, going with silver if I'm choosing between those two. So yeah, now that is it. So I appreciate it, and thanks for watching.